If you ask an average unbiased Nigerian which president they miss the most, chances are 8 times out of 10 would hear Yar'adua. Every once in a while, you hear Nigerians reminisce about the good old days when Yar'adua was still in power, and it begs the question, why? Umaru Musa Yar'adua won the presidential elections on April 21, 2007, winning with about 70% of the votes, and on May 29, 2007, he was sworn into power. Unfortunately, he didn't complete his tenure as on May 5, 2010, he passed away, and his vice president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, was sworn in his stead. Although it was an incomplete tenure, Nigerians still remember him fondly. Why? We'd give a few pointers. 1. He had a good track record. It is worthy to note that before he became president, he was once the governor of Katsina State, and when he decided to contest presidency, he had all their support, meaning he must have done a pretty good job. 2. His transition into power. Yar'adua's presidency was a rare peaceful transition, setting a positive precedent for democracy. As mentioned earlier, 70% of the votes were in his favor, so a lot of Nigerians were on his side. Of course, his opposition tried to discredit the entire election process, but the Nigerians were not buying it. They were on his side. 3. His 7 points agenda. During Yar'adua's campaign and tenure, he emphasized that the baselines on which his rulership would be premised include power and energy, wealth creation, food security, transport, land reforms, security, and education. And true to his word, he spearheaded reforms based on these components, and Nigerians loved him for it. 4. His anti-corruption efforts. During his tenure, Yar'adua's anti-corruption efforts were resolute. He set up the Presidential Advisory Council on Public Service Reforms and also established the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to tackle corruption, which had been plaguing the country since its independence, and Nigerians loved him for it. So, when you see those people in their vests pursuing financial fraudsters, you have Yar'adua to thank for it. 5. His economic policies. During his administration, Yar'adua implemented a lot of economic reforms that improved Nigeria's economic standing, such as paying off a lot of Nigeria's external debts. Finally, his personality. Of course, we're going to talk about it. Yar'adua was largely seen as a genuine and humble politician who was committed to public service, unlike other politicians. There was no tone-deaf response to the plight of Nigerians, as he was always instituting initiatives to improve the standard of living of Nigerians. Of course, there were still challenges and crises during his tenure, as that is obviously unavoidable. Nigerians still adored him because of his proactive response and intentionality in presiding over them.